What is the best way to memorize or remember what you study or read? So how do we do it? And what are we to do with all that information once we have it? Reading more and remembering it all is a discussion with a lot of different layers and a lot of interesting possibilities. We are happy to lay out a few possibilities here on how to read more and remember it all. Number 1. The number one thing about learning anything and everything is to fully understand it. To improve your understanding of any topic, no matter what that topic is to first understand it from the basics and beat the understanding to death by all angles. To achieve this, always begin with a simpler book on the subject. Lots of people pick up the most complex books on the subject and they think that they would read it and understand it better than others. But because those books are complex, often they don't get to understand the subject. Number 2, the second thing one has to do is to be able to explain that subject to someone else. As soon as you start explaining it to someone else, you would figure out quickly what you don't know and what the gaps are. Then go back to the books and repeat and refine the knowledge so that the gaps are filled up. As soon as you are able to explain something to someone, even if you have to look at the book, consider that you have understood it yourself. Number 3, practice doing the step 2 enough number of times. We claim that if you go through the same topic with 2 people, by the 3rd attempt, you have not only cleaned it up, but also almost memorized it. Number 4, when you find yourself on step 3, now all you want to do is to repeat the same thing to yourself, like a song. We play songs in our car stereo and listen to them over and over, and in the process, we memorize all the lyrics without putting efforts towards them. But basically what happens is that your brain retains a bit of anything and everything you go through in each attempt. With each repetition, your brain will have to struggle less to remember the same thing it already remembers, and will retain a bit more. A point comes when there is no more left to be memorized. This is how we remember the lyrics of a lot of songs in our minds. The power of repetition cannot be forgotten. To inspire with a story, a doctor was treating a patient who had lost the memory completely, so much so that the patient had forgotten a lot of things about himself and things at his home. The doctor gave him a toothbrush and paste applied to it. The patient demonstrated to the doctor how to brush the teeth. Why had he not forgotten how to brush? Just because he had repeated it so many times in his life that he did not have to think about it. Thank you for watching the video. Remember to like, subscribe and share with your friends and family.